Jake Quickenden remembers the phone call he received from his mother, hours before his younger brother's death from bone cancer. The former X Factor star and I'm a Celebrity campmate recalls, "My mum phoned and said Oliver's taken a turn for the worse, so I went round to his house. Oliver was just shutting down and I had my last conversation with him. I told him I loved him and he kind of came round and told me he loved me. About half an hour later he was gone. It was as quick as that and traumatizing and upsetting for everybody." Oliver's death, aged just 19, from osteosarcoma, came in 2012, 4 years after Jake had lost his father, Paul, to cancer of the bone marrow. Sarcoma can affect the soft tissue or bone anywhere in the body and is the third most common cancer in children. Oliver was diagnosed in 2010 after a tumor was discovered on his knee during scans for a football injury. It's one of the most common cancers for children and young adults, but not a lot of people know what it is. It's important to get an early diagnosis for sarcoma because a lot of people do wait quite a long time and then the average size of the tumor is quite large, says the 35-year-old. The loss took its toll on Jake and left him worrying the same thing could happen to him. "I think it's one of the reasons why I get health anxiety. It took me years to process the fact not every lump, not every headache is going to be cancer. But it's important we check ourselves. It's made me really aware of my body. I check myself a lot. I've felt little things and gone to the doctor and they put my mind at ease. But I've never felt embarrassed when they said it's just a gland. I'd rather be told that than leave it and 3 months later it's the size of an orange." While Jake felt bitter and angry for years after the double tragedy, he's found solace in exercise. "Now I can think about all the happy times I had with my brother and my old man, so it becomes more bearable. It never gets easier, but I've found ways that help me to deal with my grief." Fitness is a huge one. Jake is currently starring in the Full Monty stage tour, and is also training hard for his first mixed martial arts (MMA) fight in November against stand-up comic Paul Smith, and his preparations can be seen on Channel 4 show Stage to the Cage. He also ran the London Marathon this year, dressed as a bone, in aid of charity Sarcoma UK. "I function a lot better when I've got a routine and something to strive for. For me fitness is the best antidepressant, the best medicine you can have. I get up and do a strength and conditioning session, then I'll go to the gym in the afternoon and do a one-on-one, it could be wrestling or jiu-jitsu, and I'll go to the gym later and do a kickboxing class. So I'm doing 2 or 3 sessions a day, every day. On top of that I run 50 kilometers a week. I'm probably in the best shape of my life. I've not had a six-pack like this before, which is pretty nice." He also sits in an ice bath most days to help muscle recovery and boost his metabolism and immune system. "I love them. It gives me a lot of mental clarity." Jake, who has an older brother, Adam, also watches what he eats, tucking into lots of chicken and veg, while cutting down on alcohol. "I've had probably 2 glasses of wine in a year. It's made me get up earlier and made me more present. I can see why people go fully sober. I don't miss drinking. I'd rather have a cup of tea." Jake, who lives with wife Sophie, son Leo and stepson Freddie, says being healthy is important for his family too. "It's about prolonging my life and being more mobile and agile with my little boy and my stepson." He still misses his dad's massive grin and his best mate Oliver, but their loss has made him value life. There's not much positive you can't take from losing your dad and brother, but you've got to live your life and appreciate every single day. Always tell people you love them when you leave the house, you never know what's going to happen. Sarcoma UK's Does Size Matter? Campaign, sarcoma.org.uk/size, aims to make people aware that cancer can appear anywhere, and the signs. Jake is touring with the Full Monty, http://fullmontyplay.com. Follow Mirror Celebs on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube and Threads.